Back on. Okay. Anyways, I'm saying, dude. That's why I'm sorry, I was blaming you because I haven't had these issues in so long, but you were talking to me all week. So it's not you. Isn't that interesting? I don't know. I don't think anyone hacks my Wi-Fi as much as they've hacked my stream. I've had no connection issues all day. All day. None. It's none until I get on here. And then all of a sudden my laptop is slow. The stream gets disconnected. If it's not disconnected, there's a lag. I have no fucking clue who the fuck literally is wasting so much of their time, energy, magic, and life wanting me to suffer. But it is fucking bizarre. I know that the self is like the only one who can really truly do that. But as I heal, the more I realize, like, man, the reason I got stuck in that mindset of being comfortable with my own suffering was because so many people were okay watching me suffer. And I was okay with them watching me suffer. So once you stop suffering, you see how many people were just there to see the suffering. And now a lot of those people want to continue, right? I don't think I think it's a person. I think it's way lower level magic than fucking Loki. Loki would fuck me up, not just disconnect the stream a little bit, or at least do something. If anything, because sometimes we get the green glitches. I think it's very humanistic when my stream gets disconnected. You know what I mean? Um, and most of the big guys won't necessarily just come mess with me for nothing. I have to really do somebody very wrong for them to come out, and I think I'm okay for now. Um, so I just wanted to catch up a little bit before I go. What I was trying to tell y'all is that I've been making music. So if you go on my website, you can see my two latest covers are on my homepage, and then the rest of my music is currently on the music page. Um, but it is going to be getting an upgrade as I release more covers and some rewrites, which the difference is like, of course, a cover is just a straightforward piece that you redo. And then, like a rewrite, I'm just using the song or a beat and changing the words. Thank you. I don't know who you are, so I cannot reciprocate, but I appreciate the energy and I appreciate the company. I'm not going to be on here long tonight. I sometimes say 20 minutes and it ends up being an hour. So don't trust me when I say anything. But we wasted a lot of the time lagging and getting disconnected, and I don't have the energy for the back and forth of the physical stream right now, let alone like people. So new music, a couple more coming out on the way. Working on a demo EP and like another EP. Yeah, I definitely have I run on lollygag time for sure. Um I'm a time traveler. I always arrive exactly when I need to, but it's just not usually when everybody else has scheduled or planned for me to, you know? It's divine timing. It's not your timing. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm hearing something about beauty is pain. So if you're entranced by how beautiful I am, or think that, oh, she's only happy because she's beautiful. She's only saying these things because she's so pretty. She can only feel this way because her looks, and of course she's confident and da 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 da. First of all, act like I didn't grow up the ugly duckling, okay? And if I wasn't, ain't nobody fucking told me otherwise. Uh huh. And yeah, all the way up until high school, bro, I was nerd. Okay, so relax on that. Beauty is pain. Beauty is pain. Beauty is pain. I don't know why this has come up on stream so much recently. It's like somebody really comes on here to judge me and just be like, oh, is she da 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 da? What? I looked less like Barbie. Like, what do you want? that point, What are you even saying? Beauty is pain popped into my mind, and it's yeah, because somebody or people, whomstever the energy comes from, just thinks that being good looking or attractive inherently means that things are easy. Don't get me wrong, pretty privilege is a thing. And we've talked about this on stream before, where there's just like certain dynamics that people hold, or I shouldn't say dynamics, they're stereotypes that people hold for others. Like, like, being pretty, people don't really assume that you're being funny. They assume you're being dumb. Being ugly, people assume you're being funny, or they don't even find use for you, right? Like, I know that sounds bad because it's like, what's ugly, what's pretty, but it's true because if you talk to women in comedy, they dress down and they fuck up their makeup and they don't do their hair and they do it on purpose because they find they get more laughs if they look less attractive. Okay? So the trope is real for a reason because of other people's perception. Stop doing it, sure. But at the same time, people talk to me, they're not talking to me because of my intelligence a lot of the time. They talk to me because of my looks. So while my pretty privilege gets me away with bouts of insanity, totally crazy behavior, being, manipulative or controlling or mean, goes a lot longer of a way because I'm pretty. Threshold of the tolerance is higher. But if I want to have a serious conversation, if I need to express my feelings, if I want to talk about something that interests me, if I want to show interest in something, okay? But half the time, nobody even fucking listens when I talk because oh, well, you'll figure it out. You'll get by. You always do. Sure, sure, sure. 420. But it's a lot to do with, well, you're so beautiful. Why would you feel that way? But look at you. You're gorgeous. What's that got to do with anything? Why do you assume I don't know what I'm talking about just because of my looks, too? No, that can't be true. Why? Because I told you? Have I not? Have I not proven my intelligence in that way, in any of the ways? Goddamn, once again, the reason I chose to never finish my degree or pursue higher education or better paying jobs or you know, hitting success milestones in life is because I was curing myself of an otherwise known to be incurable disorder and have done it in recent months. After 20 years of dealing with this disorder, 6 years of studying it, and 3 years of trying to heal it, I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. And ain't nobody done it. I've taken a lot of advice from a lot of people, hundreds, if not thousands of people that I've collaborated with in this way because we're all affected by this disorder. But I still fucking did it, and all of them still, not all of them, a lot of them still complain. Very few of us get out alive, basically, and with all of our organs intact. I'm very proud of myself. I don't give a why would I give a fuck what anybody thinks when I literally lost half my fucking life to this disease? It prevented me from being able to focus on school. It prevented me from being able to hold a job. It prevented me from being able to be in high stress situations. It prevented me from being able to socialize and maintain relationships with people. And now that I can, all the people that were there, who I say, hey, I wasn't doing what they don't like me anymore because they liked that version of me, which is why none of them ever stopped to say, hey, do you need any help with this? Are you okay? Is something wrong? But instead said, way to go. You should keep doing that. Hell yeah, tell them. Well, that's interesting that you encouraged my insane behavior, my asinine, outlandish, downright rude antics, but you don't support me being grown, respectable, well spoken, well versed, well educated. Okay, cool, cool. It's premenstrual dysphoric disorder or PMDD. It's Google PMDD. You should be able to find it. It's just crazy that people have that mentality because they themselves don't want to change. Okay, well she cured herself of an incurable disease. I guess I can't use addiction as an excuse anymore. Mhm. Mhm. Guess I can't use bipolar as an excuse anymore. Because 'cause I've gotten that too. I mean, if you don't believe it's PMDD, then I cured myself of bipolarity, and some people would argue, "But you still seem manic." While I don't get depressed, I have proper emotions. I was very devastated when my friend died. That's a proper feeling, you know? I don't just get bouts of depression. I don't have freak out, rage intense PTSD flashbacks anymore. Okay. I have controlled emotions that I work through and feel and sit with because I'm a human being. And let's not even go back to the empath conversation, even though I will go back to the empath conversation. I am very empathetic. But that's why I don't like the label empath. Okay. Because the thing is, anybody who has to say that they're an empath lack empathy. People who are empathetic, it shows. Others will feel your empathy. They will feel your care and feel your concern because that's what empathy is when you can have the space for what someone else is going through without having experienced it yourself. That's empathy. Sympathy, on the other hand, or I'm sorry, I'm getting this mixed up. Empathy is when you can relate. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I said this backwards. So empathy is when you can hold space for someone going through something because you have also gone through it. You can relate. I can empathize with you because I have been there and I have done that and I have felt these things. Yes? When it comes to sympathy, it's the things that we can hold space for and help someone go through without having experienced it. Oh, my deepest sympathy. I have no idea what that's like. I have never been through that. I've never felt that. I actually don't know what that's like, but my heart still goes out to you. Okay. And that's why it's very hard when people go through a loss, right? And you say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for your loss." First of all, stop apologizing. It's weird. It's well, I mean, you're sorry, but for what? And then it's like deepest sympathies. And it's like, right, because it's very, very hard to communicate sympathy without just saying, I feel sympathetic or you have my sympathy. Because we don't really want to register what sympathy looks like on a person because we don't want to feel sympathized, do we? We don't want to be given this kind of graciousness or this space held by someone who can't relate to us and has no idea what we're going through. We want someone who can empathize with us and does know what we're going through and has been there and has felt those things and can feel that we're feeling them. So for somebody to say, I'm an empath, red fucking flag. I'm sorry. It's not just you. I've had this conversation on stream before. I've talked to people about this in real life. If someone tells me they're an empath, I'm going the other way because every single time in the past like 10 years that's been a buzzword in my world, that person who has come to me saying, "I'm an empath. Are you an empath like me?" has turned out to be a narcissist who's made attempts to ruin my life or at least ruin the relationships with the people I have in my life. So, to me, saying you're an empath probably lack empathy, probably lack sympathy, probably prefer pity and manipulation. That's if you're a genuinely empathetic person, people will know it because they will see it, they will feel it, and they will be felt. Hey, I said this isn't about you. You wanted to bring it up, and I'm just talking about it. It is a red flag. If you don't see that, right? And if you've not experienced that, then it will feel like a hurt. But from my experience, I've been taking notes. Got a photographic memory, you know. I'm not saying that is a credibility necessarily, but also I like I'm very by the book definition of words. I very much like what's it called? No, that's not language. Linguist. Let's just go with linguistics. There's a word, right? Etymology. Etymology. So like the history of language and where words come from. Very interesting. I have a viewer that studies it a lot more than I do. I'll just look up random words meanings if I really like the word and overuse it too much, like psychedelia. Like, what does this really mean? Because psyche is in the mind. What's delia? Beauty. Oh, a beautiful mind? Down. I'm so psychedelic, right? That's cool. So one of my viewers, I think she does it as a hobby. I can't even remember. I don't even remember. It was a Pisces from what I remember, but I don't remember which one. No, it was Morph, and Morph's a Taurus. Right? I don't know. It's been a minute. So, anyways, one of my viewers who does like to study etymology or whatever the word is, or linguistics and the history of language, taught me about the word alien and how it really derives from a king back in Latin America, or who was using a Latin language, um, had a more complex word for alien that was referring to a group of people that he enslaved. So it was like, for example, alienatus was like that group of slaves. And over time, as language shifted out of Latin and into Romantics, hello, thank you for the follow. It just got shortened to be alien and to just mean slave, right? And then thus carried on to be what? Illegal immigrants, alien, slave, right? Because we're paying them under the table. We're not paying them livable wages. We're not giving them health care. That makes sense that you would call them aliens. And it would make sense that you would indoctrinate us into this language that you probably knew the history of. But of course, you made sure nobody was learning Latin because it's a dead language. Now, you've taken Latin out of schools. You've taken Latin out. I mean, I'm sure you can still learn it in college, but it's become irrelevant, right? So we don't really know what we're saying when we use Latin terms a lot of the time. We don't even know what terms come from Latin. So this is a great example of how deeply indoctrinated we are and how far spell work truly fucking goes. You know what I'm saying? Please refrain from using it on me. No offense, but you already told me you can't hack, so I don't know that you can heal. I'm playing with you, dog. You're all right, I think. I don't know. So we have to be a little more aware of what we say, and we have to be a little conscientious. That's like, for example, the beginning of the zodiac calendar year, which would have been February, March, I decided that my resolution was going to be to use kinder language. Stop using things like moron and idiot when those were terms for people in psychiatric care. I'm a person that has been in psychiatric care. I don't want people to think of me as a fucking idiot or a moron. I'm going to stop using those words and stop talking about myself like that. Yeah. I have to roll the ads, dude. I don't have my toggle screen toggled the way I like it, so I only have the 1 minute option. So I have to roll them every 20 minutes, and it's very annoying. But otherwise, it's going to auto roll. So hang in tight. I'll be back in 60 seconds. Okay, so we're back, and it would appear that, hey, TC is not still here. But the reason I got so excited is because I realized I finally got my 420th follower, not subscriber. I wish. Am I lagging? No. Are we adding? Is the ad playing? What's going on? Everything's good? Yeah, so they're not here, but they were my 420th subscriber. So exciting. Love that. Um, I'm gonna pack a bowl for the occasion. If you're wondering why I picked up this shovel, let me tell you, I went to this very adorable gelato place up in the mountains, and it's very Italian. They have amazing food, amazing gelato. Oh my God. And with the gelato, they give you these like little shovels, which I thought was just so cute that I took it home, carried it home all the way on a plane through the mountains and everything. Like obsessed. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's embarrassing, but I'm so used to being embarrassed. Like, it comes with being highly annoying and completely unhinged to just be embarrassed, like, a lot of the time. Not a lot of the time, just often, you know? Embarrassment's very fleeting for me, right? Humiliation is quick because it's like, "Oof, feel that. Okay. Yeah, yeah." And if it ever comes up again, sure, it might sting, but you gotta, learn how to work with it. And yeah, yeah, it comes with being expressive because a lot of people don't want to be expressive, so they want to put you down for being expressive. So if you express yourself, you have to know that you might be shamed, and you learn that from an early age because kids on the playground are just as bad as adults in the workplace, straight up, when it comes to any kind of, stepping outside the norm or just anything. So I'm loading a bowl from a 420th follower. Thanks for following me and then leaving, but at least we made it to 420. That's pretty cool. Packing a bowl. And I love the shovel thing for the Italian gelato place because it's just like one of those things where it's like, yes, it's because you want to shovel it in your mouth. It's really good. But also, like, as cliche as it is, and I'm not even being like prejudiced or like hateful when I say this, but like Italians and construction, and you think, oh, the mob and concrete and cinder blocks, and I just literally saw smoke in here, but I'm not lighting incense. And oh wait, I did just rip the bong on the brake to clear it, but that was still really weird that I looked over and it looked like somebody was like walking by when it was a smoke figure. So it may have been my stale smoke. Don't get me wrong, but it was just like the fact that I looked over at it as it passed. Weird. Anyways, um, I'm not saying this to be stereotypical, but it is a trope, right? To be concrete business and everything, but part of the part of the reality for me is that like my great grandfather, so like my grandma's dad, when he moved to America from Italy, he started a construction business, and then he taught all of the people, his family, his nephews, uncles, cousins, whoever he brought over. He was like, I think he was the first one here in the US, right? And so he was working hard, owned a construction business, working really hard to like basically send money or get people over, give them jobs, right? And help them get their start when they got here. So he was like the filing them through the house, had a second kitchen in the basement for whoever was there, and gave them a job, got them on their feet, carried them on their merry way. And eventually he sold the business to one of my cousins or whatever, and they still do it. A lot of them, and then, like, a lot of them is so nuts. It's crazy. It's just like you think it's a stereotype, but it's like you have to understand it's like the working class origins of it. It's like the reason the mob got into concrete is because Italians got into concrete, you know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe vice versa. Maybe he was into it because of mob stuff. I don't know. I didn't even ask anybody, you know what I'm saying? I don't think so. What's up, Dom? I know it's been like 4 fucking days. Would love some feedback, by the way, if y'all have any preferences. Not on times. We know I'm really bad about the time. Started at like fucking, well after midnight tonight. I gotta stop doing that. I was gonna start at midnight and then I got inspired to write music and I'm like, God damn it. I literally work the best from like midnight until 4 a.m. I can get a lot of stuff done in a 12-hour day during the day, but I will get an equal amount, if not more stuff done in midnight to 4 a.m. than I can do all day. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm not insomniac. I'm nocturnal. Nice. Nice. Are you saying that because Dom just got here, or are you also Australian? By the way, Dom, this is Uriel. We're giving them another chance. It's been a good week so far. Been a good week so far. They're little. It's been good. Been good. It's been good. It's been fun. It's actually been fun. I get to roast them a little bit, and they're like, "That's not nice." And I'm like, "I know, but don't you deserve it?" And they're like, "Ugh, maybe this much." Yeah. Okay. I'm just teasing. So I got my 420th subscriber. So I just packed a fresh bowl with my um, shovel from the Italians, and then I went in to explain why this isn't even really the worst stereotype to have, and has nothing to do with the mafia necessarily. For me to be like, oh, concrete is very special to my family, so this shovel means a lot to me. Thank you, my fellow Italians, for letting me feed myself gelato with it. That is strange. No, I get that. I do get that that's strange. Um, but it is okay, and I love it. That's yeah. So yeah, see, this is how the holy man works. You come to the holy man. The holy man says this and that, jokes with you, wants this something from you, and demands this, and makes everybody else laugh, but you're not laughing. You just feel like you're on the spot. Hmm? You get the heat. Hmm? But then the holy man says, okay, okay, so you don't think it's funny, then what's wrong? You don't want to tell him what's wrong, he just roasted you, you don't want to know. Okay, you still feel the heat. The holy man don't feel heat. The holy man feels warmth. So he takes you away, sits you down, sits beside you and says, ah, found them. And you say, found who? And the holy man says, your loved one that has passed away. And they say, how do you, what are you talking about? And you say, got him. And you tell them something that only they could know, or they can know. Because the holy man has gone into the space in which all things exist. Hmm? And he comes out and he's got a message for you, who he just roasted. Okay. Well, because most holy men are. Okay? A lot of the holy men who I walk behind passed away. They're now in this space. So when we talk about them, we tend to channel each other. It's not as much one or the other, it's just we channel each other. Okay? Because I belong in but I will never be there. Me, this white woman, right? So sometimes I connect and I get to be there wearing the robes just from channeling this, you know. But we do the same work. We do the same work. We just look the same, walk different. Okay. So we do the same work, but we walk different. Because the Holy Man will roast you, and then he'll find your loved ones, give you a message of hope, and tell you how to move on, teach you how to move forward, show you how to take your steps and walk the walk that you are meant to walk and not the walk that he walks. A lot of people come and meet the holy man and they say, I want to be a holy man like you. But that's not the point of meeting the holy man, is to become the holy man, but to become you, because you have met the holy man. Huh? So when you meet the holy man, you don't say, me too. You let it come to you. Huh? Because it was years and years and years and years and years of practice before I said, okay, yes, that is who I am. And how did I know? It's just because I read it in the book. I read it in the book. And I said, oh, I do that. That means that's me. It's not because I wanted to do it. And I said, okay, well, this is what makes a man a holy man. I'm going to do all those things and become a holy man. No, 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 no. I'm not talking about living righteously. I'm not talking about going to church. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. I'm talking about what when you already do what you do and it leads you to you. That is who you are. I don't know who my angels are, if I'm being honest. I don't know. My guides never really specify themselves to me. I genuinely don't think that my guides are just like I don't know how to say out there. I think they're a little more personal than that, you know? Maybe everyone's is, but I've never really connected with any deities or angels too specifically, other than like Anubis, obviously, because I work with the dead, and Hades, obviously, because I work with the dead, and Kali, obviously, because I work with the dead, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah, like, I don't know who else is kinda there. I think I get random messages, but I just see a lot of them as ambiguous, and I think a lot of my guides are just fucking human beings who transcended in this life and then also did the most in the next. Like, why did I just become German if it wasn't about Nico now? Because Nico is definitely one of my guides, which is weird because she's not some kind of goddess and she wasn't even a good person. So it's like questionable that I would trust her, follow her, but that's what love is to be able to love people that have wronged in life but have not wronged you, right? Because she did nothing to me. She shows me who she was, she tells me who she was, and then she shows me who she is now. And who she is now is not necessarily who she was, but she understands who she had to be because we all have to be who we are. And that's who she was in this life. And that's why maybe she seemed like it wasn't long enough, but if it's who she was, then that's who she was. So, wow. Wow. I think I'm in love. Probably just hungry. I think I'm in love. Probably just hasty. I think I'm in love. Probably just horny. I think I'm in love. Probably just angry. Hey, weird. Are you the one feeling that energy? Because it just, I don't know why. I was just like, you know what? Think I'm in love. And it's like, what are you talking about? And then I just was singing that song. And I'm wondering if you fell for somebody recently, Mr. Weird. Because if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. And I don't think you should deny yourself of it. But I do think you should be reminded that it is Venus in retrograde right now until September 3rd. So if you want to make a move on someone that you haven't made a move on, or you want to make something official, serious, take it to the next level, I would wait until Labor Day weekend. Okay. So I have 420 subscribers now, which is really exciting. They left, but we're gonna celebrate them anyways. To be fair, they got here like right as I rolled an ad, and then they just like never returned. But I packed a little bowl ski if y'all want to chill with me, and I want to light some incense. Um, I feel like we were just talking about the Indian gods. Well, no, I brought up Kali and was doing the channeling of a holy man, so I'm gonna light Vishnu. Or no, holy stick. Holy stick. Speaking of holy men, must light the holy stick. Hmm? Okay. I also made up the words. It's it's 420 somewhere. Um oh, it's 123 somewhere. 123 go. Cheers though. How do you properly cheers a bong? You know? Do you like or do you like Like, like, no, I was actually, like, really regretting that. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the hemp rope. The hemp rope always, like, burns too fast, and it falls on the weed, and then it burns the weed fast, and it's just always a mess. Like, no, I don't really like it. I mean, that was, like, 15 years ago. Maybe they've improved the recipe since then. Cheers. But anyways, um, if anybody is kind of, I don't wanna say judging or concerned for my mental health, and this isn't a judgment against people who do deal with mental health issues, as I have in the past, but once more, spent the last 6 years on a journey trying to figure out how the fuck to cure myself of this disorder that I have affected me for 20 years of my life, maybe more. Um, Great. So, um, I think, well, you understand channeling, so this is not a message for you. And Mr. Weird, I think because you're a streamer who does tarot, I also don't think this is for you. But considering we have a third person here who's lurking only and the time was 43:43 when I pointed it out with 3 viewers, okay. I'm guessing it's for you, whoever you are. So I want to say one major difference between having like a psychotic episode or a schizophrenic flare up and just like regularly channeling and being able to do what I do is you'll notice how quickly I can go back and forth. Because if I need to be addressed as the person that I am, I'm going to come back and say exactly what I need to be said and then go back and finish what I was doing. Do I like doing that? No. But can I do that? Yes. And that's usually the difference between someone in the throes of an episode and someone who's doing work. I'm just saying, if you need further proof, check the fucking pudding. What the fuck is wrong with you? Right? You're gonna believe these randos and these white men and these books can do what I do, but then I come to do it and you don't? They were successful at it, but I can't be? This is fucking bullshit. I'm done. Like, that's what I'm saying. And for me to be treated like I have a chemical imbalance when I have mastered channeling and overcome a major disorder that is supposed to be incurable, that's pretty fucking impressive. And I'm gonna have to go with it's probably far from being a chemical imbalance for me. So if you could just relax and stop judging me, stop blocking me from opportunity because of the way you perceive things, that would be fucking great. Now get the fuck off my channel. Get the fuck off my channel. Yes. Which would be a hormonal imbalance. Anyways, they don't want to leave. They want to see this show. They want to call it a shit show, but it isn't. That's what drives you fucking nuts. It's great. And you know it's great. And you hate that it's great. I just can't figure out why. I just don't get why. I don't get why. Hey, man, maybe I never will. That's fine. I don't think, yeah. Okay, maybe they left this time. Thank you. Oh, if we could change the subject, that'd be great. They didn't leave. The random person who tried to come in here and watch the stream left because they got bored with the conversation they didn't understand. That the two observers I have here understand tarot and channeling and the way that my psychic powers work because I've witnessed it on the channel time and time again. Okay, so we all know. We all hear it. We all understand what's going on here. We just don't know who you are. I have a pretty good guess though. Fucking weirdo. So I have always thought that. I have always felt that. That's the thing. That's why the holy men flock in India, and that's why when I'm being in holy man mode, my Indian accent my Indian accent comes out. I'm not gonna pull a Gwen Stefani and say, "I'm Japanese." No, I'm not actually Indian as far as I'm concerned. Not a concern. As far as I'm aware, I'm in no way Indian. I have no any Asian in me. Well, I guess, arguably, the only Asian I would have in me would be Middle Eastern. I don't know what you mean by no accent. Oh, like Cartman doing psychic. Is that what you meant? Please tell me that's what you meant. That's brilliant. You're winning me over here, Ariel. Okay? You are recovering well from whatever you went through. And I appreciate that about you and that you did the work, huh? Okay. I would like to say while the ancestors are here, somebody on here is maybe native or you put feathers in your hair. And if you're not native, you shouldn't do that. But if you do it and you don't know if you're native, you might be. And that's not for any bitch who just like puts feathers in her hair. This is for somebody who's watching now who I think, okay, if you do have native roots, you need to put feathers in your hair. I feel like every time a bunch of people come on here, I realize I have to roll an ad. Will you all wait 60 seconds? We're channeling. We're channeling. I came on here to do catch ups. I was gonna do 20-minute stream, whatever. We're an hour deep. I'm still drinking coffee. We're getting some really beautiful channel messages, but I gotta roll the ad so I don't get cut off and disrupted, okay? So just wait 60 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, so like everyone except one person waited. I'm really proud of you guys. And what's up, Mac? No, shut up. You need to chill because the whole stream's been so whack tonight. Just like, don't even jinx us right now. You better be knocking on wood and asking them fucking nibs to come protect your ass and the stream, okay? Like, goddamn. All right, so anyways, y'all, I was coming on here to do some updates for you, which let's breeze by those real quick and then we'll get into channeling whoever, whatever. What was I just talking about the feathers, right? And I would like to add, oh man, so many things, so many things, so many things. Um, okay, we will do the channel talk, but before we do the channel talk, I want to introduce myself to the randos, okay? And when I say that, I mean, look, I have been making music and I'm working on 3 songs right now. I'm doing a rewrite for Funky Cole Medina, surprise special song. I don't even want to say because it's so funny and cute, and I'm so excited and hilarious. And a straight cover of Time to Pretend. So you can check out my other music, but it's been keeping me really occupied. That's why I started this stream so late. I try to start my streams around midnight Eastern Standard Time, but it ends up being really fucking late, so it's hard to catch me. While we're on the topic, if y'all have preferred days that you would request that I would just be streaming on, I'm taking requests because I'm building my schedule right now. I work for myself. I'm my own boss. I'm an entrepreneur, a small business goddess, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I do a lot of, So I've been doing random days when I stream and then going days without streaming. If y'all have preferred days you'd like to see me stream, let me know in the next few days, this week sometime, or right now. You know what I'm saying? Um, because I'd like to be able to just pick the days that I'm here. Al Pacino's alive. Why would I channel? No, I try to avoid channeling living people. The only way that I channel living people is if they're talking about me. The 26th. So, I meant days of the week, by the way. But yeah, so if you missed my tarot readings, I posted some quick love draws on the tarot or on my YouTube channel. Um, because it is Venus in retrograde. And it will be until September 3rd, which means you should probably wait to make any moves. Oh, I think I typed that one. No, I didn't. No, I don't want to. I could probably start describing you. I literally don't even want to. I don't even want to. Stop it. Stop it. If I had to pick a character you looked like, it would be um okay, this is a very niche reference. And you can okay. And I'm not saying it's not exact because I got your image first, but now you are an actor in my head. But you're played by the son of the smoking man from the X-Files. It's a little bit of a spoiler. I don't really want to show you who it is, but I want to show you who it is. I shouldn't have told you who it was. I should have just showed you the picture, but uh, like channeling your energy made me think of this guy, or like I said, because I'm like, no, I do not like channeling the living. Um, you are played by this actor, so if you resemble him at all, let me know. It's super based. Why did my fucking screen just glitched when super bass showed up? Super bass, what's going on with you? Tell me you're not one of my haters, but one of my lovers, boo. What's going on? Why did we glitch? But not a lag glitch. It was a green glitch, which is a glitch witch. Okay? What you been doing on these computers, super based? You know, it had nothing to do with me. Who are you? Oh, who's this cutie? Who's super based? Who is super based? That's so fucking funny, bro. I know. You're great. Okay. Okay. Did I get the hair color or style right? And like not even close. Could it be more like with the same idea? Look again. I'm just okay. I don't know. I'm just saying. Or maybe you're like undercover FBI and you're like way more obvious than you think you are, bro. Take the hint and go. But okay. I'm totally playing right now, dude. Oh, isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Okay. Do you have curls? No curls? Oh, that's good, I think. Um, this is okay. Okay. um, I'm getting like, yeah, that's good. That's funny because I'm getting this goofy feeling, this funny feeling, like all of a sudden I'm getting all this information that I needed a week ago. And I couldn't imagine that's from you. Super based. No, that could not be you. No way. Could you be coming here and giving me all this information and laughing along with me? It's kind of, that'd be wild. That would throw me. That would throw me. Um, I feel you're icing up now. Ah, da, 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 you're icing up now. Holy shit. Okay, let's just keep it moving. Mm-hmm. 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 What is it, Sunday? The fuck? Huh. Huh. Okay. I don't know. I thought so, but I'm like, that's not who I thought it was. Okay. So that'd be super interesting if we were, because it doesn't seem like we were. But were we? I don't know. It's interesting. Um Oh my god. Okay. That's so fucking funny, dude. That would have been impressive if I did all 10, don't you think? If I was just like, listen, that's supposed to be like a lion roar because lion's gate opening up here. Yeah, see, but that's why I don't like doing it. It's not fucking funny because it makes people not talk to me. It's worse than being pretty, dog. It's being psychic, being Sookie Stackhouse. It's like, girl, what the fuck? How can anybody approach you and do anything or say anything or fucking surprise you or fucking be secretive or fucking keep anything from you or but of course I doubt myself because yeah, you get the she's crazy, she doesn't know what she's talking about, blah 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 blah. Yeah, all right, well come prove it then. Come prove that I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. Come prove that we didn't just do that. Come prove that I can't fucking get in there with anybody. And a lot of people can experience this, right? A lot of people can experience this with their people, with their person, involuntarily, with a lot of times their abusers, even. Uneven power dynamics. A lot of times it's someone who understands how this works and someone who doesn't. Power dynamic. Control. Oh, no, no, no. You don't know what you're talking about. No, no, no. They're wrong. And you don't know what you're da, 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 da. Excuse me, wait. So if that is all true, then wait a second. What about the fuck you? Hmm. Hmm. So it takes a lot to be able to read anyone because even if you have that ability, a lot of people won't do it and don't want to do it for these very fucking reasons of it's actually really fucking annoying. Because then people have the audacity to just never speak to you and not talk things out and communicate with you because they want to either test you, drive you crazy, make you obsessed. It's like extreme manipulation. But the more honest I get with it, the more upfront I am, the more like moments where it's like I don't need to be doing anything or channeling anyone in particular. Again, it's like you voluntarily are being channeled by me by being on the stream at all, let alone talking to me, right? That's cool. I made a song today too. I made 2 songs. No, I finished one cover and then I finished a rewrite of another one. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. I don't think people can channel my energy. I think it's a little too tapped. I don't even think you can get. I think people can feel my energy and they can like thrive on my energy, kind of like a drug, right? Yeah, it is. No, 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 not the new one. Sorry, I shouldn't have said yes. It is. It's not up yet. The energy. There's 2 on there from this past week though. I don't think you've been on here in a while. Um, I wanted to show you guys the YouTubes. That's what I was really excited about. Um, is because I finally read the book. I finally read the last few pages. I finally got through it. I made a cute video in a cute outfit. It wasn't in this dress, but like this, I don't know. I really liked the fit, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna. No, actually, I knew I was gonna read the book, so I made the fit based on reading the book. So I did some quick Pink Deck Love Romance Soulmate readings, Zodiac style. There's a playlist of them. I linked it at one point. I'll link it again right now. Doing it right now. It starts with Aries, but I think you can access the whole playlist from this video. And then the exciting thing for me is the bonus content. The book The book. Um, gosh, I'm very, very cute. I look at these old videos of me, I'm like, damn, I look good all the time, no matter what is going on. But somehow I look better now than I did 3 years ago. And it's like, I love aging gracefully and like wine or whatever Italian said about that. Where's my bonus content playlist? I'm sorry, I literally was looking for videos, so I'm just am forced to look at all these squares of myself in that moment. This is not, you know. So it's in two parts because I just didn't have enough room on my phone for the video to not get cut off. So I made it a little edit because I thought it was kind of cute and funny. I'm always feeling myself. It's probably too much. I'm a bit of a fuckboy. So anyway, that's part one of the book. It's about halfway through. Again, ran out of memory in my phone and just cut off. And I was like, damn, I got lucky it cut off at the halfway point. And then the second half is linked in the back of the video. Like at the end of the video, you click the box, pops up in the video, and it takes part two. I like part two better. People watch part one, they don't get to part two. That's fine. Maybe they don't realize it's there. I've not done a great job advertising part two because I didn't think it was necessary because it literally just pops up. But again, it's probably not obvious enough. I should I should maybe clarify because it just cuts off. Ends act one. Maybe people don't even know there is act two. Okay, good point. But it's very cute. I like the second half a lot better actually. When I read it out loud and listened to it back, I was like, "Yo, the second half crushes." Like the first half's cute though, fun. It's camp almost, right? And the whole thing kind of serves its purpose. It's great for what it is. I think people doubt me and doubt my abilities, but again, it's because, oh well, your followers aren't really that high, and you don't have that many clients, and your prices are pretty low. So, and your music sucks. I don't know if I can trust it that you're really the real deal. Yes, because once more, instead of focusing on making money, making a name for myself, getting a following, and fucking wanting people's attention so fucking badly that you come harass them in their fucking everyday lives and then don't talk to them when they fucking show up to come see you. Bitch! Fuck yeah. Okay. Um, in case you missed it, instead of seeking all those things that everybody else is seeking or trying to get after and competing for, like the money, the fame, the fortune, the glory, the girl, the whatever, the fuck. I was like, yo, I need to figure out what the fuck is wrong with my health. I need to fix that, number one, up front, 100%. There's nothing else in my life of concern until that is done. And now it's done. And now it's done. And now it's done. I did that. Okay, so next. Now I get to decide what I do. Now I get to decide what I do. I decided something that I shouldn't have decided on my own. I thought, it's a back and forth conundrum I was always in about saying, okay, well, make it yourself. 555. Do it then. And it's like, well, awkward if you're implicating other people. Okay, you're right. So I shouldn't then. Then I'm not fucking gonna. Right? So I'm like, okay, be inspired, be confident. Quite honestly, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm already doing it by being who I am, becoming what I've become, teaching as I teach, speaking as I speak, walking as I walk, right? Loving as I love. Huh. The proof. It's in the fucking pudding. If you don't want to eat it, just say that. If you prefer jello, then do that. Okay? Like, go. Go. Because I still shake that ass like, hello. It's amazing. Very strange. And I also really have only, like, the only fucks I have to give are like the ones that I give in the bedroom, and they are divine and sought after and highly anticipated. Okay, so Get off Maine. You cannot be talking like that on Maine. And it's the whole yeah. No. We are all who we are. And I've accepted that, you know what? It's never been a popular road to be on. That's why the people chose Barabbas over Jesus. That's why Dr. Hunter S. Thompson's own son disowned him and did everything the exact opposite that his father did. That's why so many of them meet an early grave or never get realized at all. Like, yeah, bro. Okay. Because it's an unpopular road to be on, the one I'm on. Because I've always been alone anyway. I had the time to wander. Even if I always filled my time, I always had hobbies. I always had some friends. I've had siblings. I've had things to do. I've had simulation. I've had even religion. In my youth, I've had a job since I could work one. And even before then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always kept myself busy, but I always found myself alone and just kind of wandering off. And so when you wander off, you find that path. It's like the Robert Frost kind of effect, right? But what I noticed on that path was it was a bunch of men leading me down that road. And I don't think it's necessarily the wrong road or a bad road to be down. And some of these men are worth their esteem, and you cannot discredit them for being men. No. I just stopped to wonder why the fuck is it only men on this road? Hmm? Why is it only men along this way? Why is it only men with these teachings? That makes no sense. Women are way more divine, anyways. The natural creators, right? That's like, what the fuck? It's the estrogen. If you want to take estrogen, come on over, sis. I don't give a fuck. You don't need the whole reproductive system because half of us get it taken out anyway. Why the fuck would you think a woman needs to have a reproductive system when so many of the women in your life who are born women, just like you say they need to be, get it removed from their bodies? Have you thought about that? Kind of insulting even to the people you think you're defending. It makes no fucking sense. You realize that? How painful that must be to the woman who got a full hysterectomy? To hear you say that you need to have wombs or some kind of certain organ to be a woman when she has been a woman her whole life and being a woman has done nothing but cause pain and strife for her? Hmm? How fucking very rude of you to think you are defending a gender that you are insulting. Because why? Because it's something you do not understand and it's something you just want to hate and it's something you just want to be doing that everybody else is doing is saying these things. Ignorance. Hmm? Total fucking ignorance. We've got to roll an ad. I hate them 1 minutes or every 20 minutes. It's so fucking annoying. I'll be right back. 111 on the clock. Well, on the timer. We've been streaming 1 hour, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. Sorry, I keep forgetting I don't have 3 minutes. So, that's but I also deserve breaks. Gosh. Okay, so whatever we were talking about, you get my point. 1313. So quit being ignorant. Think it's okay to say one thing, you don't even realize what you're saying about another thing that completely contradicts your whole point in the first place. So shut the fuck up. No turfs allowed on my turf. Okay? Yeah, no turfs on my turf. I might be like a radical militant feminist, but my feminism includes anyone who wants to be a fembot with me. Okay? So cheers to my fellow femmes. And turfs can get the fuck out of here in case I wasn't perfectly clear. Is somebody eating chocolate covered pretzels? Because if you are, I'm low key jealous. That sounds so good right now. And they're twists, not rods. And you're like, how the fuck do you know that? And I'm like, I'm not really sure. I took a sip of black coffee and all I could taste was chocolate covered pretzels and feel the texture of somebody eating them. What part of the concept do you not understand? Because maybe I can explain it to you, unless you cannot comprehend their ideology, in which I would not be able to explain because I also do not understand. Somebody thinks I'm very great, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh my gosh. Um, when is your birthday? Are you not a Leo? I feel like everyone who has a yellow screen name, I think, is a Leo because for a minute, anyone with a yellow screen name just happened to be a Leo. But maybe you are fire sign Sagittarius. I can't remember. I feel like you're a fire sign though, but it might be the yellow screen name that makes me think that. It could totally be that. Oh, you're the last day of Scorpio. My best friend's birthday. She'll be 4 this year. You know. You know. That's cool. Um, so no one fussed up about the chocolate covered pretzels. That's fine. You don't have to. Dude, I had the best chocolate covered espresso beans. Okay, why are we talking about this? Who's just trying to catch up with me about my days and such things and learn my interests? That's weird and creepy, but also very endearing. If I knew who it was, right? Okay. Enough of the belly. Where the fuck were we? So did I send all the links? Like that was the whole thing. We were sending the link. It's the Book of Love, Part Two. Why are there no women who teach these things? I think religion and spirituality and theology is very important to the human existence because it helps us cope with the reality that it is mostly pain and suffering, with a lot of joy, happiness, and hedonism in between. And sometimes the thought of holding on to something or having someone to talk to when you cannot mind your thoughts, or you do need somewhere else to go and you do need space to hold, is to just connect with God or whoever. Okay. I think there's a need for it. There's a space for it. Sometimes I seek guidance. Sometimes I want to know. And so it keeps me in demand as much as it keeps everyone else in demand. And now I say we demand a woman step into the place that these men have already stood and continue to stand and stand on nothing really that important. okay? Because they're discrediting an entire fucking, at minimum, half of the fucking human experience. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. You know, the way that Ram Dass talks about the masculine and feminine and be here now is like, it's kind of disgusting, bro. It's like how is nobody even like, no one is even willing to criticize it because it's sacred text. Can you imagine if nobody ever criticized the Bible? Can you imagine the society we would live in? And to think that the Bible lasted 2,000 fucking years so far and is not going out of style, not running down on popularity or the numbers of books that they're selling. Okay, it's not going down at all. Okay. So we're going to not question our own sacred text when it's only been a few decades since we put it out. And we know so much more now. And we have the chance to be updating it as we go instead of waiting for it to be translated by a bunch of motherfuckers who didn't even know what was going on. Case in point, white people taking over the fucking Bible. That's wild. That's really wild. That's really that's why people are gonna fucking tell you. I'm already doing it, bro. Come on. You can't just take my thing right in front of me. That'd be weird. Come on. Did you miss the link? Be here now. Be forever always. That's like the whole thing. Beat you to it. What do you want? I was hanging out with my friend the other day, Aaliyah. I think I already talked about this on stream. And I was like bitching about, religion and how people have the concept of Jesus so wrong based on their very own stories. If you put together the context clues, you're just like, whatever. And I was talking about how there's need for religion, da da da. It's like, you should just be the next, like, Jesus guy. I know, me too. That's why I was like, yo, I feel you, but like, no, but like, yeah, the crucifixion effect is very real. Like, I am an unpopular person. I shake things up. I'm basically metaphorically flipping the tables at the temple. And people are pissed. People do not like it. I show up and I'm very, very fucking powerful because it's way more than I even realize or expect from myself to be able to just and do circles around fucking literally anybody. Crazy. Yeah. Yeah. And I am a vessel and channel of God and spirit. Bitch. I'm an indoctrinated Catholic Christian, dog. I have been on the spiritual path since 1995, bro. That's when I started Montessori. Yeah, and I was born in 92, so that's all my whole life. I started prayer and incantation and blessings and spellbinding and song and praise and psalm and prayer and poetry and studying theology when I was 3 years old. Okay, let the sink in. Call a plumber. What do you fucking want, bro? Of course, this is who I am. Of course, I have authority for this. Of course, this is what I'm meant to do. If there's doubters and haters and people casting their fucking, criticism upon me, that's only all the more appropriate because that's exactly what y'all did to Jesus. Shut the fuck up already. They shot John Lennon in the head. Come on. Come on. Of course it fit the bill. That's the very fucking bill. That is the bill. The meek shall inherit the earth. And, be humble. Sit down. That was like Jesus or Kendrick or whoever, Good night. Good night. Sorry, no, it's okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to do this as good night. I meant to do like a little like a little kind of like almost like a pinch your cheeks thing, like a good night for some reason. Maybe you do that when you're drunk. This. It's not you don't use your fingers. Yeah, you just one of these. Good night. Or somebody used to do that to you. Good night. I don't know. That's very oddly specific to grab somebody's face with your knuckles. But if that rings true for you, it's cute. So I have it on good authority from God who is not a woman, by the way. God definitely has no fucking gender. It's just this big kind of like neon spaghetti space monster in the sky. And I don't mean like a plate of spaghetti. I mean more like noodle beams of neon lights and rainbow that take formation of this like monster like creature that looks like it has feathers, but it's all made out of neon wire. That's how I see God. And some people are like, that sounds like a fucking drug trip. And it's like, well, I didn't take any drugs knowingly. So interesting. But that when I saw God, and I prayed to God for a long time before I saw, right? That's my point. I prayed to God for 4 years before he revealed himself. Well, again, it's not he, it's not they, it's just God. It's definitely God is not a woman. If God was a woman wouldn't be doing all that. It's a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. A woman would never put a woman through this. A woman would not put anyone through this. God is random. God is God, right? Yeah, gender does not even come to play. So lately, when I have been writing my passages and my teachings, it's been very much man, even though I more than ever am identifying as a woman. I'm also simultaneously a man. And my teachings, instead of human, it's man. Human, woman, why? It's just man. Stop with your gender bullshit. You could be male and female. We're all man. It's just a simple word. It's like la, na, man. It's this simple and then we start woo, man, and then all of a sudden we've separated ourselves, othered ourselves. Okay. And then you just keep expanding on language. You get further and further from, I don't want to say further and further from God necessarily, because God speaks in poetry and sings in song, right? But the more you add on, the further you go. And the further you go, the more likely you are to disconnect from source or God. But if you can stay connected through God and still go very, very far, you, great one, will get more than just God or glory or whatever you want. You know? It's very hard to do that, to have such a reach, such a power, such an extent, and to still be so connected to God and to who you are and to what is good. I had this thought earlier that I was like, oh, this would be an interesting discussion on stream actually. Is that being chaotic good is just like the fucking worst. Okay. Y'all should, oh my God, I had this alignment test that I really liked. Um, and it's pretty long, but it's totally worth it. It's multiple choice. I hope I can find it. Fuck, is it? No, this one sucked. It's not this one. I feel like when I see it, I'll know it. Maybe it is this first one. It is this first one. Okay. I should take the alignment test. It's multiple choice, but it is pretty long, and the questions are intense. But you should take the test. It's a lot of fun. Sending the link. Sending the link. So I'm chaotic good, obviously. I think most autistic people are gonna be like chaotic good because it's like the justice seeking factor that comes with autism and like wanting to do what's right and understand the actions of others, and like if something is unjust it just is like, okay, but I can't understand why you would do that if you know it's morally corrupt. Like who cares if it's self-serving to you? What about the greater good? What about the common man? What about the bigger picture? So, morality for some reason is big in autism. This is something I'm learning as we go in life, where I'm like, ah, yes, I have that trait once more. Goddamn autism. Oh fuck. You wish my special interest was your dick. Okay. My roommate's gonna be like, what? And I'm gonna be quiet again. Like, okay, chill. Okay. So Take the alignment test. Anyway, it's very hard to be chaotic good. um, because you get the Jesus effect. Chaotic good requires you to go to the temple and flip the table. But going to the temple and flipping the table makes you a criminal. Being a criminal makes you a pretty unpopular person. So all of a sudden, the unpopular person has done what they thought was for the greater good, but ultimately was too chaotic for it to have done any good, although it was necessary. That's me. Okay? I just have to be a clown of chaos, an agent of chaos, even. I feel here, clown of remorse. Ah, that's probably not me. I have more empathy than remorse. I don't really need to feel too much remorse because I try to make the best decisions I can in the moment instead of selfish ones. What I want to do, I do what I think is best to be done. Okay. I think I have to roll an ad in 3 minutes. I'm going to try not to forget this time. Y'all will have some time to complete your alignment testing and tell me all about them. Okay, so I want to grab my little book. I've been writing down like little passages lately. I want to read some to you because it goes back to me using man to represent humans because it's just quicker to write and sometimes it just like is the resonance and it's the lesson. And I think that's why so many men are drawn to so many old teachings and to so much of spirituality because plain language is spoken like that. Even like Christian God language is like that. He and him and man, right? I don't really like he and him as much because I would sooner choose they or them as the unanimous pronoun. Um, where it doesn't really include anyone. Unanimous. Uh, but man just comes up a lot because I just think of it in the scientific sense, where it just represents man versus animal or man versus ape or man versus bird, you know. Um, but we're pretty. I don't want to say politically correct or genderedly correct because, like, I'm a queer person. I like zero pronouns, but I'm also a woman, and I need to walk down this path that not enough women have walked down, and none really have uh, made a dent to. It's just wrong, you know. So I'm gonna stay on it, even if the whole thing is a lot of people. I don't want to say people like me, but people in a scenario like this, um, arguably are not understood until it's too late. They're gone and time has passed and their teachings mean something. I'm hoping my life aligns in a way that I don't end up like Tesla. God, not fun. You know? Like, not cool. Really shitty. Fucking sucks. And I've already spilled all the secrets. You know what I mean? And some people who know me and know my work are like, fuck yeah. Other people, Tesla. Oh, and I don't mean the company, obviously. I mean Nikola Tesla being one of the greatest inventors and geniuses of all time, let alone his time, giving seminars and being up for Nobel Peace Prizes, but then ultimately getting bashed, bullied, and stolen from just to die poor, alone, and in love with a bird. Oh, girl. Bow, bow. Shock me like an electric eel. Okay, so, anyways, what's the deal? I'm gonna go. I gotta roll this ad. I'll be right back in 60 seconds. You can give me the results of your alignment test, and then I think I'm gonna go. I've been like very awake for the past like hour because I was tired when I started the stream, and then I don't know, we got really into something. And I'm starting to get tired again because it is like, practically dawn. So I'm gonna have to go soon. But for now, I'll be back in 60 seconds. Man, those 60-second ads go quick. Also, how do we feel about the Barbie background? Are we over it? I was gonna do a Barbie title because, like, by the way, I am become Boppin' Harvey. Yes, I am become Boppin' Harvey. Also, I was criticizing some guy, some white guy for coming up with that or whatever. It's not so bad. It's better than lawful good, bro. Are you kidding me? I'll take neutral good over lawful good any day of the fucking week. Are you joking? God. And it's also better than like any kind of evil, you know? Or just like neutral, true neutral. Yeah, it's not ew. You can't say ew. It's like top top half. Top half. You know? Above middle, above average. It's better than right? It's better than true neutral or any kind of evil. So neutral good. And again, there's like a lot of struggles and woes that come with chaotic good that I promise you, you're better off passing. You're better off being a little more neutral instead of so chaotic and like disrupting things because you will be hated and you will be disliked and you will be challenged and you will be disrupted and you will be discussed and you will be reprimanded and all these other things that I've endured and just can't stop. Just not stop. I'm just like, you know what? But it's the right thing to do. And nothing tears you from it. Nothing tears you from the cause. Whereas neutrality is essentially just sensibility. So I should write that one down. What the fuck did I just say? Neutrality is sensibility. I don't see it, I don't personally align with that or agree with that because I'm all about the chaos. I'm like fucking go ham, just you know, you know, stuff like that. Neutrality is what did I say? Convenience? No. Susceptibility? No. Sensibility. That's intense, but it's true. I'm not that sensible, I guess. Hard to be neutral. I'm trying to be more neutral. I was thinking that too. You could swap it out for anything at that point. Um, so even though I'm bopping Harvey, feeling the bopping Harvey. Oh, so I am become deaf. I was like, what white man just coined that term? And then another white man thought was like, oh, I'm going to use this in a movie. And then somebody told me it's actually a Native American saying translated into English, right? So it's like, that's why, first of all, it made sense to me when I thought that the Oppenheimer guy didn't speak English as a native language. I was like, okay, so he like didn't know how to translate whatever he was trying to say. And then someone was like, no, he's American. And I was like, well, what the fuck, man? But as it turns out, he is famous for a phrase that he ripped off of a group of people who, oddly enough, were removed from their own land so they could do things like test the atom bomb that he invented. Isn't that fucking not funny? Great. No, it's great. Isn't that like the shittiest thing you've heard all what the fuck? Right. Like crazy. It's New Mexico, right? Let it fucking sink in already, dude. Look at where we are in life. If we just live in the now all the time, like all these fucking ignorant ass, privileged ass, upper class white men suggest, you are removing accountability. You're doomed to history repeating itself. You're allowing people to get away with the things that they've done and what they do, right? And that's essentially the problem with the teachings. It's good to be in the present and it's good to live in the moment. But the whole point of the book that I was referring to, forgot to get my little book of teachings on the ad break, by the way, um, is that, yeah, right, right. And so all these teachings were pretty much, stolen from the holy men of India. stolen from the fucking shamans of South America, right? And retold by a white man who couldn't even tell it right because he doesn't even honor the woman. He doesn't even honor the divine feminine. He says she's the mother. She takes care of everything. But the men, they're just gurus. Masculines are just gurus. They're here to teach. Women are here to take care. What in the actual goddamn 1950s ass motherfucker are you talking about? And no one has said anything about that. Nobody's going to question that. And now you see this pipeline of bitches who are fucking spiritual in their youth and then just end up aligning with white supremacy as they get older and have children. Yeah, well, that's fucking why, because the base of it comes from some rich ass white guy who never stopped bitching about mommy and daddy and having anxiety and doing drugs. There's still some really great stuff in that book. There's still some really wise teachings, and it was still such a necessary part to all of our progress. However, for us to pretend like this is some end all be all, can't be questioned, can't be talked about, can't be discussed, can't be criticized. Y'all literally want to sit here and criticize politicians. You want to criticize artists. You want to criticize musicians. And I'm all for it. But don't sit here and not criticize holy men or people with good reputations just because you don't think of them that way. Gandhi, Mother Teresa, right? Ramdas is not nearly on the same level, but they were doing some pretty unethical experiments. So Timothy Leary and whoever I don't remember his name because he's like irrelevant to the scene, but integral to the unethical testing that they did on their unsuspecting victims that were their test subjects. So again, we have to stop glorifying it for what it is. Stop regarding it for what it is not, right? Get somewhere right in between. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, cool. Very intelligent. Duh. Duh. Don't let the looks fool you. I don't know why it did. Sorry, I'm a total package. Did you miss that shit? Too bad I quit. All of it. Yeah, well, I'm lit. So I don't really need it. Okay, okay. That was a little simple thing. That was a little because somebody wants to give me attitude about everything I do. I don't know who it is. I don't know why it is. I don't know where it's coming from. It just, I ignore it in my life. And then I come on here and I'm like, damn, the haters be hating, huh? It's like I can't even stream anymore. You know what I mean? That's so nuts. But hey, they're going to do as they do, and I'm going to do me, and you're going to do you. And it's fine. Not a big deal. It's just odd to me, you know? That's all. Anyways, I'm going to roll ads. I have 10 minutes, but I'm going to grab my little book, have a little snack, come on here, read some teachings, and probably wrap it up by the 2 hour mark. Because I said I was tired, and then I was like, "Fuck!" We got into some stuff. We were having so many conversations tonight, and have so much going on stream wise. Because like this is the thing. When I take 4 days off, I don't ever write anything down or think of what we are gonna say or need to talk about or anything like that. But then, like I might forget something or be like, "Oh, this very scenario happens." Where I intend to have a short stream and then we're almost 2 hours in. Plus, we got disrupted several times. So, like, in total, it's probably already been 2 hours, right? Either way, I'm going to grab my little book. I will be right back. About 30 seconds, right? Right? Okay. Hello, 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 hello. I'm back again. And that time it was like 60 seconds on the dot, baby. I had this little book. I've just been taking notes. I'll just be out and about in the world and write something down. It's usually little quips, little lines, little somethings, some longer teachings in there. I never remember where I leave off or how new something is, so I'll just start from it's not very full at all. We're just like a few pages in. So I'll just read the whole thing so that you can hear the new ones if you already heard the old ones. Okay. Little book, big teachings. I was once a child as you are, as you were, as Jesus was or anyone. Yet I see the child I was because I knew then the person I'd become, as one does. Yet we let it be bullied away and talked down. For what? We are the person we have always been, only an evolution of change rather than a proper disconnection. Never let them snuff you out. Wait for God to find you. Enjoy life. We are all children who grew up hurting from things we were unable to understand. When the hurt child grows up, they tend to hurt others or children all over again. It is sort of a bad karma that comes with a lack of self awareness or sense of self. This ends up becoming a problem over generations rather than the course of a life. Yet the huge problem typically does fall on one individual caught in the cycle, the chosen one that takes the new and unforged path. Hey, Wolfie. Wolfie can't get through our security anymore, which sucks because I don't know how to change it so that she can get back in, but she wasn't supposed to be. We got busted with the. She was our only. She was baby. That's baby. Wolfie is baby. Was the only one who was sneaking in because my mature channel, but now they cracked down on the guidelines and da 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 da. Yeah, a lot. Sucks. We love Wolfie and we miss her. So she could chat with us, but she can't hear us or see us. Kind of bullshit. So kind of sucks for the kids, but it's because I said excessive cussing or something. I'm like, God damn it! I don't even cuss that much as I just literally did, but it's fine. I don't think it's excessive. They're talking about those weirdo gamer dudes who are like, not me being like, ah, fuck, what's the word? You know? But now I don't know how to change it. I don't know how to undo it. I think once you say, like, this is who I am, they're like, cool, got it, locked in. And I'm like, damn, can y'all come check my shit? Like, it's not that bad, right? Man, you just cussed again. Anyways. Oh, I'm glad you brushed your teeth. Hey, if you was brushing teeth, okay, what the fuck, dude? You cannot say that stuff on main. What are you doing? Anyways, back to being a holy man, not a hot woman, okay? They have come here to now. They have come here to and now healing. I don't know what this. Oh, they have come here to know healing and be healed, so the dead may rest and the future exist. For this is the only way to show honor to your bloodline and reference to all of time. Keep the wheel turning. Hold only the course and not the line. One can only find what is truly meant for them, good or bad. We have many, many lessons to get through and so many lives we have lived. Believe what you want, but believe, for this is the greatness we came for. Life is truly a dream. You've got to really ask yourself in the deepest ways why it only sometimes feels like a fucking nightmare. Separating God and Lucifer as enemies is like separating the Gloria and the prison system. Who's in charge? And should you stay in the shadow of doubt, I shall remain in the light of love. That's very good. I brush my tongue, but I don't scrape it. I do not like the feeling of scraping my. Blah. I guess like no, I don't know. I just brush it. Is that bad? Should I be scraping it? Is it disgusting that I brush my some people don't do either. So you know what? It's, like, leveled out a bit, but the scraping oh god. Okay, yeah, we gotta stop talking about it. It's like sandpaper and no. Okay. A good mix of holiness and humanist. Heaven's heathen. The truth of the divine is that it happens all the time. Thanks. Right. Oh my god. Thanks. Super beast. I have to keep going. Stop believing the works much like the machine named Steam Monsters mentality. Why do we have this tendency to bring out things like 5 generations before us having to work so hard and be so good today? Should these not be an indication that time and contemplate other aspects of it? We have been given the opportunity to stop and think about things, maybe even them. Why not reinvent the wheel? We have every reason to sit and contemplate what life is, and perhaps we are truly great to be curious about how it works. Why not go back and revisit that before we get the chance to be artists, mystics, emotional messes? It is all made up, sure, but it's all being made. Why wouldn't we analyze where we are and wanting to go? How else will it all get better if we refuse to see the wound and then heal? Oh no, is it glitching? Dom, it's your fault. Are we still glitching? Not really. Are we glitching? Or is it just lagged at this point? Well, I sure as fuck will rip the bone while I'm waiting. Okay, the lag is just incredulous on my end. I don't think I used that word correctly, but How we doing? The first time I said anything in like 5 minutes and it's 55, 55, 45. This is all going super slow for like no reason. Like it just started out of nowhere. It just started fucking up. I'm telling you, inflation is affecting the actual internet. If y'all did not see Barbie teach comics one on stream, I don't remember what it's titled. I think it's the We Salute You stream. I just wanted the conversation we were. What's up? What is happening? The stream started over. What is Is it back? No, that's wishful thinking. Is it just lagging? No, it's still kind of glitching. Well, if you can hear me, if you can, oh, nice, nice. If you can hear me, oh, it's 444 somewhere too. If you can hear me, I'm gonna go. We'll do this another time. Gotta go. Don't know what happened. Love you all so much. Don't know when I'll be back. Check out the links. Love you all. You. I love you. Sweet dreams, y'all. See you next time. Thanks. Love you.